Hello, welcome. I'm preparing you an energy reading for September. I have a few things here. It's a little mix of different energy, different lessons, different trials and tribulations, something to look out for, especially when upcoming the ghost gates, the gates of heaven and hell are opening on the 6th of September. Things gonna get quite interesting. So if you're new here, my name is Bunta and this is Bunta.journey, where I document my own spiritual journey and just bring in the messages from the spirits through tarot, to all those sort of kinds, channeling, everything in between. If you like that kind of thing, please consider subscribe and give me a like. Thank you. Okay. Let's get started. So I have first card is we have healing and source. This month is going to be very spiritual, especially around the full moon. You're going to be called to connect to your spirit guides, to your higher self, to the source. So I highly recommend to go to the temples or to any house of worship, or you can practice your rituals at home. It is important where you do this by yourself and just listen to your inner guidance. We also have inner voice coming through. Your spirit guides, higher voice, higher self will come through and will give you clarity on whatever trials and tribulations you're going to be facing. So number one is morality, okay? Values, virtues, rules, and and just differences of these things. This could come in, especially if you are spiritually in tune. You might be having a situation where you'd have to deal with people who don't share the same values. I'm just going to use my own example that I no longer like to go out partying and drinking, but I not necessarily don't approve of I don't approve of it, but it doesn't mean that I think badly of the people who does them, because I've done that a lot myself. So it's basically nothing, right? So just take it with grain of salt that if you feel like people are doing things that you not necessarily want to do it yourself, do not judge them. Do not come to the conclusion. Do not let it break your relationship. Avoid drama. There's also this card, compromise or assertiveness. So maybe there will be a lessons that come up, a thought or a download, or an awareness of certain situation with your friendship, your relationships, that will kind of change the dynamic between both of you. It might feel like you are on different frequencies, but that is okay, because we have this card is patience. She kind of represents Virgo, the lady, right? And she's she's symbolic for just patience and just just push through, just stay still, and just be aware, observe. As always, these wisdoms, I rely on them so many times. They are true to my heart. They they help me in every single situation. So lay low, just be aware of these things that are happening. Try to figure out the riddle and also the pattern, and do not act hastily. There is also more messages surrounding this. So we have awareness, which I already talked about. Awareness, this is going to be your powerful tool by connecting to the source, by doing that healing, and increase your awareness. Healing could come, this is also this whole chapter is is very healing as well, especially if you find yourself getting your kind of having these altercations with a difference of values. If you see maybe you are evolving, you are changing, and you see a version of yourself that reminded yourself of the past, that could just show that there's some healing that needs to happen. So that's one thing. Okay, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit and just examine a little further. We have also totality. absolute, just doing like to the full extent. So I have a feeling that there's going to be opportunity coming your way that's gonna like be just kind of in your face. They're going to require a lot of effort, and just go with it, because I think this is going to bring a lot of abundance. There's something going to be celebrating. You're going to be celebrating of things, kind of like it could be like job, or if you just actually, maybe some of you are going to be getting a new job or a new gig that's going to be, you know, a lot of fun, a lot of effort that's going to be required, but it's part of like the trials and tribulations. It's going to be good. I have a really good feeling about this. Like, you know, again, this card, if you know, it's like you're not being put to the dirt. You know, it's not like labor in the sense that you're going to be plowing the field, but it's kind of like something that you are good at doing it. So that's a really good message. Okay, I'm gonna see if there's anything else that comes up in my reading. Okay, do not put things to like, do not push deadlines, do not procrastinate. So if you haven't started anything during the summer, this is like a prime time to get anything, just getting started, just one the first step. Because I feel like once we get towards the end of the year, we're gonna feel a lot less energy. You know, it's gonna be holidays, because, you know, past October, past Halloween, October, November, and December, it's kind of like a massive healing, simmering down period where we're going to be doing a lot of self-introspection, celebration with friends. It's a very, like, you know, slow moving month. Not great for projects that require a lot of intensity. If you're doing creative projects, or if you're doing like if it's physical work kind of thing, right? If, you know, people are building things, nobody's building things during that month, or they're gonna build slower because, you know, we're entering that winter where we're gonna start hibernate. And so this month, if you been thinking about doing something new, don't do it. Okay, well, I said, like, you know, don't do it, but like, don't rush it, but just at least, like, because, you know, it's there's not enough time already. Because if you wanted to do something new, you should have done it like a few months ago. I'm sorry, that might be, it sound a little bit mean, but just being realistic, because this month the energy is quite volatile. So if you start something new, there's a potential for it to crash. But if you're wanting to do something new, just start very, very slow, very first step, but just start anyway. Just start, because once this period passes, you're gonna have this whole cycle of another year where you're gonna contemplate again if you're gonna start or not, if you're gonna do it or not, and, you know, another year passes. So that's just letting you know that a warning that there's some work that needs to be done here, spiritually, okay, inner work, where you need to pass that hurdle of decision making. Okay, just get started. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to finish, don't rush it, just start it. That's the message I have from the spirits. Okay, let me see what else. I think that's kind of wrapped up this whole month. I hope these messages resonate with you, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.